Hey guys, I know it's been a very long time since I've uploaded something here on YouTube, but yeah, I was working a lot on my own game last like months, and yeah, I didn't really feel like recording, but today I thought it's a good time. GG was down at the in the morning, and I saw 200 Zoom has at least 30 entries now. 500 Zoom is not running, but I guess we can just fire two tables as usual on 200 here and hope to get some interesting spots as well. I just try to play similar to what I would play on higher stakes. And here we start with two recreations on the bot. That's why I try to get into like a post flop spot with them. And yeah, I just completely play different, obviously, to what I would play versus regular, and so I just start here with a like half pot donk versus like a limping range and just checking range. So big blind has like 100% of his hands, or not 100%, obviously the strong portion not. And now once both core, I check and see what they will do. Okay, here we get a free bet shove, which is great by the recreational. Let's see if the recording works. Um, and we run into ace king. And yeah, it's not so great then, as I thought when I saw the shove, but it is what it is. And on table two here, yeah, I just try to get to showdown now with my like third pair. And hmm, I mean, it's multi-way, which is worse for bluff catching, but I mean, mostly fish don't really value bet that thing, so I assume he has a king x plus. Okay, he somehow went for the weird value bet with third pair, so I guess he got me good there. Yeah, I don't know. Nice hand, I guess. I'm not 100% sure about the bluff catch, but I think, still considering him having such a wide range, I guess it's fine. We unblock like all the 5-4, 5-6 hands, like spades. Um, okay. Don't really know this guy in the big blind. Guess I just start with a check on this like high frequency check board. And on turn now, yeah, I check again and then go for a bluff catch on river. Here it's interesting, table 1, we have like 4 recreationals on the table, but versus the bigger opening size I still going to 3, but otherwise I would core, I guess, with 2x, and table 2 now I check and win. And now we start with a hitting top pair, which is great. So versus recreationals, I just basically play the strength of my hand, and I think somewhere around half pot. Let's see if I know anything about this guy. Not really. I have. The question is my hand here strong enough for like playing for stacks? And I think it is. Obviously, we lose to queen check, king queen, ace queen. Considering that, not that sure anymore, but I think I still bet turn. And him, I mean, snap calling flop, snap calling turn. He could probably check raise some better queen X. He hit some flushes though. I guess on the flush I check back and yeah, win here. I'm not sure if I can still go for value. I have, as said, no read at all. Um, Mostly recreationals defend way too many offsuit hands versus free bet, so he has like way more hands like king queen off here, probably full frequency. Ace queen off as well, because they're most likely not putting those into 4-bet ranges. in the forward range. So considering that, maybe he even has queen check off, which is also like nothing special for a recreational there. And then he probably also overcalls or flush draws on turn. Yeah, considering all those factors, I think um, if you try to not be results oriented, it's a fine played hand by not going for the third barrel. I mean, yeah, obviously you could argue that he can fast play stronger queen X. Yeah, I'm not sure. Would would be interested in your opinion. Here on table one we start with a core and yeah, calling turn as well. I mean his sizing is fine, although I think he opened 2x, so we have more straights then compared to when he would have opened bigger. But still like core turn and then yeah, see what happens on the river. Um, Table 2 here versus recreation we can check or bet. Doesn't really matter. I think I start with like a bet. And maybe check more with like queen check, because then we need less protection. Versus the check raise here I core. And now, I mean the check club is definitely a card he could put into bluffing range. He rivers some king X now, which he probably bets, but still I going to core. Okay, he went for the thin value bet. And yeah, now with the check on table 2, I check again. Yeah, the queen check I'm gonna review. Mm, I guess it's fine to core, but yeah, I said no real info about those guys here. And now with the check raise, check and pot, I going to afford my check 10 here. So recreationals, you have to watch a lot about the sizings they use, because the stronger sizings are much stronger most of the time. I mean, which is obviously also the case like in general, but it's like not proportional it's what I mean. So they have like way more strong hands that they should have in the bigger sizings. And the small blind guy looks like he's free betting a ton. That's why I'm not opening, although he's a recreational. Table 1, yeah, I open king 8. Table 2 also opening. Table 2 opening. And table 1 here, let's see if we have any reads. Looks like those people don't free bet enough. That's why I also open a bit wider. And table 1 here I play overbet or check. And I'm going to check my hand here on flop. Table 2 here, not a range bet, but still my hand gonna c-bet, decent frequency. And table 1 now very easy call, obviously. Great bluff catching hand. Sizing wise, I think probe sizings anywhere between like half pot and pot are fine. Can value bet very thin here. And again, he should never bluff like the ace diamond. He should never bluff a free. So yeah, very nice bluff catching hand. But he had the pocket sixes, which is yeah. I mean turn fine for sure. River, yeah. I'm yeah. I don't know. Table 2 here. Cold calling recreational, very easy call and hope for a set. Bing, bing, bing. Yeah, that's a very great spot now. Probably the guy in the small blind c-bets a bunch. The recreational guy in his court calling range probably calls a bunch. Has a lot of, I assume, like middling pairs and maybe something like ace queen. Yeah, I guess he can get rid of ace queen multi-way. Even recreational recognized that you have to be a bit more careful then. And we just start with a call on flop. Not the greatest turn in the world. Here versus two like weaker guys I open. And now we wanna bet kinda polarized on turn, so my step sizing here is half pot. After he c bets more. We don't really wanna like step some like random middling pairs, so we step pretty strong already or like as a bluff. Table 1 I play overbet or check. This hand I am going to check. And now as the snap check, I just start bluffing. I don't really care if my hand wants to do that or not without the diamond. I mean, we have a 7, which is not bad for sure. Sizing wise, I also, yeah, go for like block and then probably river like 75. And here we obviously jam. Hope that we don't run into kings. Okay, so we are always good here, unless we get slow rolled. Maybe has some like weak top pair with a bad kicker. Something like maybe king, although I think he would have called like most king X already. Maybe he's considering a bluff catch with a worse hand even. Okay, he had king queen. Yeah, I mean mostly people can't let it go. Table 1 here, yeah, I just range check and then I can just fold this hand. So table 2, I'm going to mix this hand. We are deeper. Yeah, we are very deep actually. So size up a bit at least. Yeah, and it's definitely a board where we gonna have a ton of checks. Mm. I mean, I've played with this guy a bunch, but not so much recently. Don't really have too many reads anymore. I think this hand without like really any equity, no club, gonna check a bunch. Here was the recreational table 1. It looks like he's set free betting a ton. I'm going to call and hope for a set. I mean, we hit the set, a boat even on turn, which is great. Now the question is, do we bet ourselves or check? I mean, he kind of snap checked, right? I think he has a lot of like ace queen, ace king maybe, which is going to call, and or maybe some like nines. Okay, now the question is, can we value bet or not? Um, hmm. I mean, him stepping. Ah, fuck. Oh boy, now I missed the bet on table 1, but maybe I was lucky. Yeah, also table 2, I was not sure if I can value bet, so two interesting hands. I mean, I think we mostly have the best hand. Now table 1 obviously shoving and hope for... I mean, I think he's bluffing a lot there actually. Yeah, I think it was a lot. Because like him snap checking flop, maybe we're going to sit out here for a second and look at those two hands. Queen check off here. I'm going to mix a bit of free bets. Yeah, let's do it this time. And here, the, the guy is not fully stacked on cutoff. Here, yeah, we roll 98 on a board where we're gonna have a lot of checks. So this hand definitely going to check for this roll. And yeah, versus a step we can fold. Table 2 now, I play like a 2e sizing, I guess. I mean, you can probably play a bunch of sizings here. Um, Again, I roll 95, going to check, and might bluff river then. I mean, it's probably not the worst hand to bluff by like blocking ace queen, ace jack. But yeah, we have like in this polar free betting range, we have hands which continue a 6, a 7, which can bluff as well. You have to be careful, especially if you choose like a 2e sizing. So yeah, your betting frequency or like your value range is pretty narrow. But yeah, anyways, now to those two hands. So pocket 3 is here. He snap checked on flop. Um, which is then, I think his range is mostly something like middling pocket pairs, something like 9s, 8s maybe. And then maybe some, or those like high cards like ace king, ace queen, king queen type of hands, which he decided to not like start betting. So on turn, like I obviously want to get called by all those hands which are drawing dead already, like with us having the boat. So I guess something like 75 is good versus a bigger size, he might fold those hands already. And then river, honestly, I timed out. Yeah. So that's why I checked. But I think also considering that we put him on this range, obviously we could bet something like 75 again and hope to get called from like 9s or 8s or some, okay, not 8s, 7s, or some weird bluff catch with ace king. Other than that, I think obviously he will always like value bet his flushes, so with flushes we get a stack anyways, most likely. Um, but yeah, as said, he looked also very aggro, like on the preflop stats, so he might also be more aggro post-flop and then always bluff those missed like king queen or whatever hands. Yeah, and then the other hand was like, yeah, the 9-10 hand here. I mean, we are very deep and like him betting 75 on turn. Yeah, I guess in hindsight now I should just bet my hand because I think we're not getting slow played enough with like boats to like go for the big check shove. Other than that, we also have to get called, and I didn't really think that he would step a hand like 8-6 here big on turn, which is a bit weird to me. And we have also one of the worst 10x we can have here. But yeah, definitely a hand I will look up as well. So two interesting spots to look at. Let's look at him a bit. Yeah, with two recreationals in the blinds, I will flatten my Jack 9 suited here. It's pretty close in theory. But yeah, with the additional EV coming from those recreationals, I think it's fine. But yeah, this flop is obviously not for us, and we're just going to fold versus a bet and won't step it versus a check. We might bluff on later streets, but let's see if we even get there. Maybe the 10-9 was a bit nitty in hindsight. Can already see my mates making fun of me for this check, but yeah. Pocket fives here is close. It's a mix. He opens 2x, so maybe he opens a bit wider. Guess then we can free bet a bit more. As said in previous videos, or even today, I'm not sure anymore, on those king high boards, I just simplify to 25 range. And on, yeah, let's see what he does. Okay, he goes for the raise, so yeah, I will just fold my hand, obviously. I think in theory he can have some raises on those. Not 100% sure, maybe hands like pocket sevens wanna raise a bit. Or maybe it's, mostly it's like, I think boards where the cards next to the king are even a bit lower. So I think something like maybe king 10 4. Zoro really wants to raise fours in position here, where we have so many gut shots. But yeah, with pocket fives here, we are just folding like anyways. Pocket nines here, I'm going to free bet. And let's see, okay. I mean, this board is a board where we should like really almost range check. The question now is this guy like strong enough that I also want to do it with him and play balanced? Honestly, because I mean it might sound a bit disrespectful, but because it's 200 zoom, I just still bet my set here and check versus like on higher limits to have a very balanced like range there on turn still when we wanna, yeah, almost range check flop. Queen 5 we're gonna core. Ace king we're gonna free bet, or I mean now 4 bet. Let me calculate. It's like go for around 2.2x mostly. He free bets smaller though. Yeah, let's go for like 14. I think that's fine. Um, yeah, versus the snap check here. It's not a great board to step turn in general, MDA wise. Yeah, and now we will just split. I hope that he also recognizes it and doesn't bet to pay additional rake. That always annoys me if Rex bet in such kind of spots to like just pay more rake. I mean, I could understand it sometimes versus some recreationals which might not recognize that, yeah, it's always a split, but it's kind of disrespectful to do it versus a reg. Um, Here, unknown guy. Think, yeah, I think I've seen it on higher limits as well. I guess it's a reg. Um, yeah, we roll very low, so this hand's gonna be a mix. It's not a range bet board or anything, but with the 6 in our hand, I think this hand is honestly not the worst triple barrel. Um, Turn. I think I wanna bet most of my queen X still. So if the flop would be the queen and then turn 10, I would play overbets. But I think here maybe something around pot is good. And it's a, as said, on many runouts a good tripling combo, I think. Here, as said, this hand can't really go for free streets. When I have such kind of hands, I mostly check flop versus recreationals and then go for the bluff catch or delayed like value line. And now with our trips, yeah, I think I just play the hand of the strength of my hand. I think it's something around. Yeah, I go for twice for like a bigger bet to get called by worse pairs and maybe even straight draws and flush draws still from the recreational there. Hmm. Let's see. Do we have any? So far it's 24-6, but it's like no sample at all. Yeah, he looks a bit tight. That's why I'm not gonna ISO him. Table 1 here, I play 75 for check. I mean, yeah, this hand could also start betting. I think I prefer having a club though. And now on turn, I don't think we have like much showdown left. I mean, our MP opening range is like very strong. I guess I start bluffing this because I mean we obviously get instantly sixes, sevens, eights, nines, or those hands out already. Even some weak, like stronger pairs have to fold already, I guess. So can't be too bad. Yeah, I'm also like marking this one. How often we can do this kind of plays. Also, if we should start betting on flop already without the club as well. Honestly, I'm not sure why I've marked this guy dark green. His preflop stats look kinda normal. Here, unknown guy. Not sure. Let's see. UK. Could be both. Guess I just start with the bet. Treat him as a wreck because he was full stacked. I don't know. Now he leads. Interesting. I have a gut shot here. I guess I just go for the bluff here because I mean we block 10. We block the nuts pretty well. The queen spade is kinda good unblocker. Don't He doesn't really float a lot with like queen spade here. And sometimes it feels like that people just want to get cheap to the river by donking there. Again this guy limping, but now our hand is even weaker. That's why again gonna fold. Ah, looks a bit tight this guy, but I don't wanna go too far with opening versus Rex. I guess I can open just 7-6 off. Hmm. Let's look at his free bet frequency. Not a lot of hands. It looks like he's definitely not free betting enough. I think this hand is already pretty close here versus this guy. Because, I mean, button versus big blind, this would be a pure core. But if he's free betting way less, then it's more like a cutoff or MP range already. I mean, yeah, I mean, now I'm obviously happy that I called. I guess I still can't fold it pure and mix, and I wrote. I think my mic died. Am I back? Let's see. Oh, let's not time out here with top set. It would be a disaster. Start with a core. It's not a great turn. Not just that we are behind now sometimes, also that it kills the action quite a bit if he has overpairs. So yeah, turn we call again. I mean, as said, he free bets less, so I'm not even sure if he has any free X in his range. Maybe some ace free. Other than that, now 7 also makes a straight. Oh no. Now I think honestly I'm even behind, but yeah, we are obviously still calling with our sixes. But maybe he outrivered us with a 7. I don't think he has many free X, but I think some 7x. But no, he had just random king 10. Don't think it's a good bluff. Yeah, I think it's a pretty bad one actually, because like the king and the 10 in diamonds block a lot of like forwards on turn when he bets small on flop. But yeah, lucky punt for us. And here shorter guy, recreational, so most likely. Normally I would size down, but here I even size up a bit. And then I guess we had a lot of interesting hands, some which I want to review as well. And let's see, maybe I do the screenshots while so you can just like see comments or screenshots of the solver solutions, or I do like a hand review afterwards. Let's see how many interesting spots there were then really. Think we had a bunch. Here 9-8 suited. Um, yeah, it's probably gonna be a mix. I roll high, that's why I'm going to fold. And table 2 here. Yeah, I think we have a lot better bluff candidates than this one. With like a heart or with like two overcards to his maybe like pocket eights or pocket nines, which he didn't step flop with. So if we have something like king queen with a heart or king jack with a heart, I think all those um, hands are better bluffs. Yeah, now we can just fold. Um, Again, I think this guy was a bit tighter. Hmm, not too many hands. But I think my hand is a decent bet on flop already. Fold out some stronger ace-x already. Yeah. Okay, guys. I think we had some interesting spots. Also, we won some money. Let's also review them if they are played correctly in theory as well. Other than that, just let me know in the comments if you would have played some hands differently. And wish you good luck and see you in the next one.